Descending rapidly into the pitch black, freezing aquatic void, where the conventional sense of direction is totally destroyed. Switching on the powerful waterproof halogen flashlight, piercing the incredibly dense oppressive underwater night, floating silently past the jagged, terrifying limestone cave, riding the terrifying undercurrent of the deepest wave.
Nocturnal predators emerging from the hidden rocky lair, sensing a foreign presence in the heavily pressurized air. Giant moray eels exposing their incredibly sharp, crooked teeth, guarding the undiscovered mysteries buried underneath. Checking the oxygen gauge strapped tightly to my rubber wrist, swimming cautiously through the murky
biological mist. Water turning cold, bravest of the bold. Sonar echoes bounce, waiting for the pounce. Midnight reef, hiding secrets in the terrifying dark abyss, experiencing a highly dangerous adrenaline-fueled bliss, navigating the treacherous drop-off without a protective cage, witnessing the ocean displaying its magnificent silent rage, surrounded by the glowing bioluminescent plankton swarm, surviving the unseen, incredibly massive underwater storm.
Barracuda circling rapidly within the narrow peripheral view, displaying a remarkably intimidating silver hue, communicating effectively using highly specific hand signals, observing the beautifully strange alien-like
sea individuals. The rhythmic sound of my own breathing dominates my ear, conquering the deeply embedded instinctual human fear. Hovering weightlessly above the incredibly deep plunging trench, overcoming the incredibly strong, paralyzing, fearful clench. Jellyfish posing gracefully with the highly toxic neon glow, drifting wherever the powerful, unpredictable currents flow. The surface is an unimaginable, incredibly distant memory, lost completely inside this terrifying aquatic sensory. Water turning cold, bravest of the bold. Sonar echoes bounce, waiting for the pounce. Midnight reef, hiding secrets in the terrifying dark abyss, experiencing a highly dangerous adrenaline-fueled bliss, navigating the treacherous drop-off without a protective cage, witnessing the ocean displaying its magnificent silent rage, surrounded by the glowing bioluminescent plankton swarm, surviving the unseen, incredibly massive underwater storm. Invading this nocturnal, hostile space, respect the terrifying sovereignty of the deep blue unknown, where the predatory rulers sit upon their coral throne. Sink down deep, lights go out, in the dark, without a doubt. Midnight reef, hiding secrets in the terrifying dark abyss, experiencing a highly dangerous adrenaline-fueled bliss, navigating the treacherous drop-off without a protective cage, witnessing by the glowing bioluminescent plankton swarm, surviving the unseen, incredibly massive underwater storm. Swim to the top, pressure drops, midnight dive, never stops. Blistering rays, cooking the barren, cracked earth, questioning the ultimate value of this arid birth. Wandering blindly through the suffocating dusty haze, trapped forever inside an endless fiery maze. Mirages shimmering falsely upon the baked terrain, praying desperately for a single drop of cooling rain. Vultures circling high above the sweltering heat, dragging my exhausted, deeply blistered feet. Canteens drained, completely empty since yesterday, watching our fragile civilization quickly decay. Solar flares erupting violently in the stratosphere, facing an overwhelming, paralyzing existential fear. Temperature climbs higher, sky is made of fire, shadows disappear, apocalypse is here. Boiling the marrow inside my bone, leaving me completely isolated and entirely alone. Scorching the atmosphere until it bleeds a bloody red, walking silently among the valleys of the walking dead. Surviving the inferno requires an ironclad will, refusing to succumb while standing on this burning hill. Seeking refuge beneath a crumbling sandstone arch, continuing this incredibly brutal, punishing march. Skin peeling painfully from the ultraviolet exposure, lacking any semblance of emotional composure. Navigating by the alignment of the parched canyon, hoping to encounter a trustworthy, loyal companion. Drops stealing the moisture from my cracking lip, losing my previously formidable, tenacious grip. Tumbleweeds rolling aggressively across the flat land, burying our memories underneath the shifting sand. Sprinting fiercely against the blinding toxic glare, breathing in the heavy smoke-filled stagnant air. Temperature climbs higher, sky is made of fire, shadows disappear, apocalypse is here. Boiling the marrow inside my bone, leaving me completely isolated and entirely alone. Scorching the atmosphere until it bleeds a bloody red, walking silently among the valleys of the walking dead. Surviving the inferno requires an ironclad will, refusing to succumb while standing on this burning hill. Far behind, we adapt to the magma and the volcanic rock, ignoring the ticking of the doomsday clock. expect the worst. Crimson sun boiling the marrow inside my bones, leaving me completely isolated and entirely alone. Oh, scorching the atmosphere until it bleeds a bloody red, walking silently among the valleys of the walking dead. Surviving the inferno requires an ironclad will, refusing to succumb while standing on this burning hill. Burning out, arise and bleed, ashes scatter, planting seeds. Snorkeling gently above the magnificent pink polyps, fascinated by the symbiotic, delicate marine relationships, observing the anemone swaying perfectly in the shallow tide, where the tiny neon-colored clownfish playfully hide, filtering the pure sunlight through the turquoise clear bay, preserving this ecological masterpiece in every possible way.
Guarding the fragile calcium structures from the anchor's drop, ensuring the destructive, careless human interference will stop. Swimming effortlessly alongside the graceful ancient sea turtle, jumping over every single environmental hazardous hurdle, appreciating the stunning biodiversity of the living reef, finding immense therapeutic and undeniable emotional relief. Fins are gliding slow, watch the flora glow, protecting what we see, perfect harmony. Coral jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose, embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like the spectacular living sponge, taking a simultaneous, completely dedicated, romantic plunge. Documenting the incredibly rare spotted stingray passing by, reflecting the beautiful azure tint
of the tropical sky,
nurturing the aquatic garden with the passionate,
tender care,
realizing that this spectacular ecosystem is phenomenally rare, cleaning the microscopic debris from the branching fragile arms, protecting the territory from all potential looming harms, floating weightlessly within this magnificent salty embrace, occupying a wonderfully vibrant, entirely magical space. Kelp forests dancing rhythmically to the ocean's gentle hum, listening to the remarkably subtle, natural underwater drum, translating the silent poetry of the diverse aquatic life, eradicating any unnecessary mainland terrestrial strife. Fins are gliding slow, watch the flora glow, protecting what we see, perfect harmony. Coral jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose, embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like the spectacular living sponge, taking the simultaneous
dedicated, romantic plunge. Let us permanently shield this invaluable oceanic treasure. The beauty contained herein is entirely beyond human measure. If we nurture the environment, it will surely nurture us back, keeping this biological, magnificent wonderland perfectly on track. Dive deep, swim near, water clean, vision clear. Coral jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose. Embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like a spectacular living sponge, taking a simultaneous, completely dedicated, romantic plunge. Protect the reef, love the sea. Coral shines for you and me. Na 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 na. Aligning the 7 chakras perfectly along the spinal cord, rejecting the superficial temptations of the material lord, opening the pineal gland to perceive the invisible realm, taking absolute conscious control of the metaphysical helm, breathing in the highly vibrating cosmic prana energy, unlocking the incredibly complex universal synergy.
Deciphering the cryptic hieroglyphs written on the ancient scroll, nourishing the eternally wandering, deeply inquisitive soul, levitating mentally above the chaotic earthly dimension, reaching a state of phenomenally pure, absolute ascension. Ego is completely dissolving into the vast infinite space, discovering the ultimate truth of the entire human race. Aura glowing bright, stepping into light, frequencies ascend where the dimensions blend. Mystic crown resting invisibly upon the enlightened head, understanding everything the wise ancestors previously said, ruling the internal kingdom with a beautifully calm supreme, waking up consciously inside this heavily illusionary dream. Sovereignty of the mind is the ultimate undeniable prize, seeing the absolute reality truthfully open. Third eyes, projecting the astral body far across the celestial sphere, completely eradicating any lingering subconscious fear, communicating telepathically with the ascended masters, averting the heavily predicted global spiritual disasters, drinking the incredibly sweet metaphorical lotus nectar, acting as the permanent psychological holy protector. Mantras are vibrating softly against the back of my throat, sailing securely upon this deeply philosophical mental boat. Geometry is unfolding flawlessly within the sacred flower, claiming my inherent, remarkably potent, divine power. The universe is reflecting perfectly inside my focused gaze, navigating successfully through this highly confusing maze. Aura glowing bright,
understanding everything the wise ancestors previously said, ruling the internal kingdom with the beautifully calm supreme, waking up consciously inside this heavily illusionary dream. Sovereignty of the mind is the ultimate undeniable prize, seeing the absolute reality through fully open third eye. Jewels and diamonds, jewels and diamonds cannot possibly decorate the intellect. We command an entirely different spiritual kind of respect. Let the consciousness expand indefinitely without any bounds, listening closely to the magnificent, unearthly, silent sounds. Close your eyes, see the truth, ancient mind eternal youth, mystic crown resting invisibly upon the enlightened head, understanding everything the wise ancestors previously said, ruling the internal kingdom with a beautifully calm supreme, waking up consciously inside this heavily illusionary dream. Sovereignty of the mind is the ultimate undeniable prize, seeing the absolute reality to fully open third eye. Mind awakens, crown is worn, new awareness beautifully born. Guiding the weary caravan across the barren frontier, wiping away every single drop of collective inherited tear, carrying the heavy responsibility upon my aching shoulder, watching the youngest generations grow significantly older, pointing my wooden staff towards the distant promised peak, providing a powerful voice for the marginalized and the meek.
Navigating the treacherous valleys and the treacherous slopes, bearing the unbelievable weight of a million fragile hopes, refusing to abandon the stragglers falling behind the line, seeking constantly for a divine, validating heavenly sign. The diadem of leadership is forged from suffering and pain, enduring the harshness of the freezing torrential rain.
Head, ensuring that the migrating population is adequately fed, leading the chosen people directly out of their captive state, overcoming the terrifying obstacles of a cruel, unjust fate. Marching consistently toward our designated holy sanctuary, writing a completely brand new glorious vocabulary,
parting the dangerous rivers with the steadfast iron resolve, watching the enemy's oppressive wicked strategies dissolve, standing at the absolute forefront of this massive migration, building the fundamental pillars of a liberated nation, ignoring the cynical critics and the treacherous betrayal, sailing forward without needing any conventional sails,
healing the blistered souls with soothing botanical balm, singing ancient hymns to maintain a necessary unified calm, prophecy prophecies are unfolding exactly as the elders foretold, witnessing the courage of the community becoming bold, leaving the monumental pyramids of slavery in the dust, operating solely on a profound, unshakable mutual trust. Mountains standing tall, hear the righteous call, crossing borderlines, reading sacred signs. Exodus crown resting heavily upon a designated head, ensuring that the migrating population is adequately fed. Leading the chosen people directly out of the captive state, overcoming the terrifying obstacles of a cruel, unjust fate. Marching consistently toward our designated holy sanctuary, writing a completely brand new, glorious vocabulary. Turning around, our future is firmly planted upon this newly discovered ground. The tyrannical pharaohs have permanently lost their grip. We have successfully survived this arduous, epic trip. Step forward, do not yield, claim the land, plant the field. Exodus crown resting heavily upon a designated head, ensuring that the migrating population is adequately fed. Leading the chosen people directly out of the captive state, overcoming the terrifying obstacles of a cruel, unjust fate. Marching consistently toward our designated holy sanctuary, writing a completely brand new, glorious vocabulary. Journey ends, freedom rings, peasants rise, crowned as kings. Sparks are flying wildly from the massive roaring bonfire, igniting my incredibly passionate and volcanic desire. Twirling my colorful, ruffled skirt upon the sandy coast, becoming the most exuberant and hospitable party host. Hips are swaying rapidly to the incredibly infectious groove, commanding absolutely everybody in the vicinity to move.
Going loudly into the traditional carved wooden shell, casting an overwhelmingly joyful serry spell, pouring out the highly flammable fermented sugar cane rum, banging aggressively upon the tightly stretched leather drum. Lava is metaphorically flowing from the mountain peak. This is the specific thrilling adrenaline that we deeply seek.
Embers glow so bright, illuminate the night. Carnival is loud, dancing in the crowd. Tropical fire erupting with the spectacularly blazing heat, stomping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta going on.
Fireworks fireworks are exploding brilliantly across the starry sky. Watching the illuminated paper lanterns gracefully fly. Sweat is glistening radiantly upon my heavily tattooed chest, putting our incredible physical stamina to the ultimate test. Juggling the flaming torches with a terrifying absolute skill, experiencing a phenomenally unmatched magnificent thrill.
Ever stepping boldly right beside the glowing red coals, connecting deeply with our intensely passionate fiery souls. Brassens are blasting a wildly syncopated crazy tune, partying relentlessly underneath the glowing tropical moon. Salsa and reggae combining in a beautifully chaotic blend, hoping this spectacular evening will absolutely never end. Embers glow so bright, illuminating night. Carnival is loud, dancing in the crowd. Tropical fire erupting with the spectacularly blazing heat, stomping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta going on. Across the beautiful blue bay, but the memory of this inferno will permanently stay. Shake it fast, burn it up, raise the flame, fill the cup. Oh, tropical fire erupting with the spectacularly blazing heat, stomping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta going on. Flames go out, sun comes up, tropical heat never stop. Polishing the leather dancing shoes until they absolutely shine, stepping completely over the boring, restrictive, invisible line, entering the crowded dance hall with a remarkably fierce intent, ensuring that every single ounce of my kinetic energy is spent. Skirts are flying dangerously high with every sudden rapid twirl, becoming the most unstoppable, fiercely energetic, confident girl.
Adjusting the brim of my incredibly stylish vintage fedora hat, moving across the floorboard quicker than a frightened alley cat, wearing a remarkably sharp, highly tailored black and white suit, kicking a phenomenal rhythm with my heavy steel-toed boots. Sweat is pouring heavily down my deeply exhausted, smiling face, keeping the ridiculously fast, phenomenally demanding upbeat pace. Horns are blowing loud, jumping in the crowd, tempo running hot, giving all we got. Golden sky demanding every single person,
reality completely apart.
Spinning my exhausted partner with a highly coordinated dizzy spin, refusing to let the incredibly miserable worldly problems win. The snare drum is cracking violently like a heavily whiplash, watching the phenomenally loud, brilliantly shiny cymbals crash. Adrenaline is flooding rapidly through my entirely frantic vein, ignoring the incredibly sharp, wonderfully physical muscle pain.
Heels are clicking furiously exactly upon the syncopated beat, generating a phenomenally intense, remarkably localized heat, catching my ragged breath during the remarkably brief saxophone solo, dipping incredibly fast, dangerously and spectacularly deeply low. The entire room is vibrating from the incredibly massive sound, lifting my tired feet completely off the heavily stomped ground. Horns are blowing loud, jumping in the crowd, tempo running hot, giving all we got. Golden skank demanding every single person to get up and move, caught entirely within this phenomenally aggressive happy groove, bouncing incredibly high up on the heavily scuffed wooden floor, screaming at the exhausted band to play a little something more. Music is the absolute best medicine for a phenomenally heavy heart, tearing the incredibly boring mundane reality completely apart. Nobody is permitted to stand completely still inside this sacred hall. We will absolutely continue to dance until we physically trip and fall. Let the incredibly rapid upstroke eliminate the societal depression, engaging in this phenomenally wild, beautifully physical expression. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Do not stop, never drop it. Golden sky demanding every single person to get up and move, caught entirely within this phenomenally aggressive happy groove, bouncing incredibly high up on the heavily scuffed wooden floor, screaming at the exhausted band to play a little something more. Music is the absolute best medicine for a phenomenally heavy heart, tearing the incredibly boring mundane reality completely apart. Keep on jumping, skank all night. Everything is feeling right. Oh. Yeah. Barometers are dropping rapidly inside the capital square, a highly palpable kinetic tension filling up the air. Dark cumulonimbus clouds gathering over the parliament roof, providing the undeniably terrifying meteorological proof. Winds of radical change are blowing furiously through the gate, delivering a highly necessary, uncompromising heavy fate.
Lightning strikes directly upon the heavily guarded institution, sparking a wildly uncontrollable, magnificent revolution. Hurricanes of absolute justice,
Tearing off the expensive doors,
washing away the systemic corruption from the marble floors.
boarding up the windows will not prevent this massive gale, watching the incredibly incredibly arrogant. Tyrannical leaders fail. Thunder rolls loud, look at the crowd. Vortex spins fast, regime cannot last. Rebel storm unleashing a terrifying cleansing wrath, destroying everything currently standing in its path. A whirlwind of righteous anger sweeping across the land, taking a highly uncompromising, incredibly militant stand. Let the torrential downpour totally submerge the lies, watching the magnificent, unstoppable cyclone rise.
Tornadoes ripping the fraudulent treaties right into shreds, removing the golden crowns from their undeserving heads. Sirens are completely drowned out by the deafening thunderclap, eradicating the borders drawn upon their colonial map. And the monitors are breaking from the sheer incredible force. Nature is rapidly correcting this deeply flawed course.
Evacuation orders are thoroughly and completely ignored. The marginalized citizens are picking up the discarded sword. Umbrellas offer absolutely zero protection from this hail, exposing the highly corrupted, incredibly fragile scale. A tempest of marginalized voices roaring in perfect unison, invading the highly protected, heavily fortified garrison. Thunder rolls loud, look at the crowd. Vortex spins fast, regime cannot last. Rebel storm unleashing a terrifying cleansing wrath, destroying everything currently standing in its path. A whirlwind of righteous anger sweeping across the land, taking a highly uncompromising, incredibly militant stand. Let the torrential downpour totally submerge the lies, watching the magnificent, unstoppable cyclone rise. Legislate the incredibly violent weather. We are destroying the establishment entirely together. The atmospheric pressure has officially reached its absolute peak, empowering the formerly silent, marginalized and weak.
Sky turns black, wind blows cold, new world born from the old.
Let the torrential downpour totally submerge the lies, watching the magnificent, unstoppable cyclone rise. Storm rages on, wash it clean, fiercest wind ever seen. Dusting off the incredibly fragile classic turntable needle, teaching the youngest toddlers how to solve the cultural riddle. Searching through the attic for my grandmother's recipe book, giving the neglected traditions a highly necessary second look. Singing the forgotten lullabies to the sleeping innocent child. Remembering when the neighborhood was phenomenally wild.
Polishing the brass buttons on my grandfather's
Tailored coat,
memorizing every single
beautiful, historically significant note.
gathering the curious youth underneath the giant banyan tree,
explaining exactly how our oppressed people finally became free. The foundational rhythms are completely ingrained in my DNA, ensuring these magnificent customs will absolutely never decay. Elders speak the truth, guiding up the youth. History returns while the fire burns. Roots revival, bringing the magnificent foundation back to life, cutting through the modern ignorance with the sharp cultural knife, honoring the incredibly brave, resilient and creative pioneers, erasing the generational gaps and the heavily accumulated tears, planting the original seeds directly into the highly fertile soil, reaping the phenomenal benefits of our ancestors' heavy toil.
Hey, playing the acoustic guitar with a highly traditional, listening to the incredibly powerful message of the talking drum, reconnecting the heavily severed, completely broken family ties, exposing the highly sophisticated, incredibly destructive lies. Language and dialect preserved meticulously through the oral tale, ensuring our magnificent ancestral heritage will never ever fail. Wearing the deeply symbolic, incredibly vibrant, woven garment, refusing to be subjected to any further historical bombardment. Cooking the traditional stews in the heavy cast iron cooking pot, appreciating the phenomenally rich culture that we already got. Dancing the original steps upon the heavily scuffed wooden floor, open the previously locked, incredibly vital educational door. Elders speak the truth, guiding up the youth. History returns while the fire burns. Roots revival, bringing the magnificent foundation back to life, cutting through the modern ignorance with the sharp cultural knife, honoring the incredibly brave, resilient and creative pioneers, erasing the generational gaps and the heavily accumulated tears, planting the original seeds directly into the highly fertile soil, reaping the phenomenal benefits of our ancestors' heavy toil. Oh, a magnificent towering tree will simply fall without its root. We must protect the integrity of this highly coveted sweet fruit. Let the analog frequencies completely wash away the digital code, embracing the phenomenally beautiful stories of the brave and old. Stand your ground, know your past, build it strong, make it last. Roots revival, bringing the magnificent foundation back to life. Oh, cutting through the modern ignorance with the sharp cultural knife, honoring the incredibly brave, resilient and creative pioneers, erasing the generational gaps and the heavily accumulated tears, planting the original seeds directly into the highly fertile soil, reaping the phenomenal benefits of our ancestors' heavy toil. Spin the record, play it loud, make the ancestors incredibly proud.
Sparks are flying wildly from the massive roaring bonfire, igniting my incredibly passionate and volcanic desire. Twirling my colorful ruffled skirt upon the sandy coast, becoming the most exuberant and hospitable party host. Hips are swaying rapidly to the incredibly infectious groove, commanding absolutely everybody in the vicinity to move.
Blowing loudly into the traditional carved wooden shell, casting an overwhelmingly joyful syrupy spell. Pouring out the highly flammable fermented sugar cane rum, banging aggressively upon the tightly stretched leather drum.
Lava is metaphorically flowing from the mountain peak. Ooh, this is the specific thrilling adrenaline that we deeply see. Embers glow so bright, illuminating night. Carnival is loud, dancing in the crowd. Tropical fire erupting with a spectacularly blazing heat, stomping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring, quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta going on.
Fireworks are exploding brilliantly across the starry sky, watching the illuminated paper lanterns gracefully fly. Sweat is glistening radiantly upon my heavily tattooed chest, putting our incredible physical stamina to the ultimate test. Juggling the flaming torches with the terrifying absolute skill, experiencing a phenomenally unmatched
Magnificent thrill. Yeah, barefoot stepping boldly right beside the glowing red coals, connecting deeply with our intensely passionate, fiery souls. Brass sections are blasting a wildly syncopated, crazy tune, partying relentlessly underneath the glowing tropical moon. Salsa and reggae combining in a beautifully chaotic blend, hoping this spectacular evening will absolutely never end. Embers glow so bright, illuminating night. Carnival is loud, dancing in the crowd. Tropical fire erupting with a spectacularly blazing heat, stopping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring, quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta going on. Energetic fiesta going on. Hey, let the flames consume all the negativity and the stress. Embrace this wildly beautiful, highly joyful mess. Ashes will eventually scatter across the beautiful blue bay, but the memory of this inferno will permanently stay.
shake it fast.
Burn it up, raise the flame, fill the cup. Tropical fire erupting with a spectacularly blazing heat, stomping the shoreline with incredibly fast, igniting the entire peninsula with an undeniable spark, banishing completely the incredibly boring, quiet dark, burning up the atmosphere until the early morning dawn, keeping this magnificent, energetic fiesta. Flames go out, sun comes up, tropical heat never stop. Mm. Slipping effortlessly across the massive falling log, emerging stealthily from the dense morning fog, pulsing with the feral, deeply instinctual energy, unleashing a terrifying, beautiful, raw synergy. Claws extending sharply to grip the slippery moss, proving completely who is the undeniable boss.
Howling loudly at the crescent glowing lunar sphere, operating entirely without the concept of fear. Muscles contracting rapidly in a synchronized flex, engaging in a ritual that is remarkably complex.
Pouncing suddenly upon the unsuspecting target, leaving the domesticated, civilized life to forget. Heartbeats racing fast, inhibitions cast, and it more inside. Nowhere left to hide. Savage groove dictating every single physical move, having absolutely nothing left to formally prove. Sweating profusely while swinging from the highest vine, blurring the human and the biological boundary line, surrendering entirely to the chaotic primal beat, stomping the forest floor with incredibly wild feet.
Roaring powerfully to establish dominance today, scaring the weaker, cowardly competitors away. Camouflage perfectly among the vibrant green leaves, stealing the momentum like a pack of cunning thieves. Adrenaline pumping forcefully through the bulging vein, releasing the ferocious beats from its rusty chain.
Shedding the restrictive garments of polite society, embracing this wonderful chaotic notoriety, biting into the metaphorical juicy forbidden fruit, following the ancient ancestral biological route, panting heavily from the intense acrobatic exertion, enjoying this spectacular uninhibited diversion. Heartbeats racing fast, the inhibitions cast, and it more inside. Nowhere left to hide. Savage groove dictating every single physical move, having absolutely nothing left to formally prove. Sweating profusely while swinging from the highest vibe, blurring the human and the biological boundary line, surrendering entirely to the chaotic primal beat, stomping the forest floor with incredibly wild feet. Logic is completely useless inside the deep wild. Revert immediately to the untamed feral child. Let the aggressive tempo manipulate your spine. Drink deeply from the jungle's intoxicating wine. Breathe deep, let it out, show your teeth, scream and shout. Savage groove dictating every single physical move, having absolutely nothing left to formally prove. Sweating profusely while swinging from the highest vine, blurring the human and the biological boundary line, surrendering entirely to the chaotic primal beat, stomping the forest floor with incredibly wild feet. Beats away, jungle shake, savage rhythm never breaks. Beats away, jungle shake, savage rhythm never breaks. Sitting cross-legged upon the fallen mossy timber log, surrounded completely by the thick descending evening fog. singing softly without needing an amplified microphone, revealing a beautifully raw and deeply vulnerable tone. Sparks are drifting lazily toward the starry canopy, experiencing a moment of pure, unplugged humanity.
Tuning the wooden pegs until the pitch is crystal clear, creating a remarkably safe comfort feel. No tangled cables or electronic pedals on the ground, relying entirely upon this organic, stripped down sound.
Fingertips developing calluses from the heavy steel string, remembering the exact reason why we initially chose to sing. Wood begins to ash, no superficial flash. Voices harmonize underneath the skies. Acoustic flame burning warmly in the center of the ring, appreciating the simple joy that these melodies can bring. Stripped of the heavy production in the studio disguise, staring deeply into your illuminated, mesmerizing eyes. Let the unamplified vibration resonate inside the chest, finding our ultimate sanctuary and a peaceful place to rest.
Passing the battered instrument to the incredibly talented friend, hoping this magnificent private concert will never end. Harmonicas whining sweetly in a minor bluesy key, unlocking a profound internal emotional degree. Shadows are dancing
Playfully against the tall pine trees, feeling a refreshing, remarkably gentle midnight breeze. Snapping our fingers perfectly onto the offbeat rhythm, shining our genuine talent through a transparent prism, clapping our hands to provide the necessary percussion, engaging in a beautiful, highly musical discussion. The campfire provides the only illumination that we need, planting your remarkably beautiful collaborative seed. Wood begins to ash, no superficial flash. Voices harmonize underneath the skies. Acoustic flame burning warmly in the center of the ring, appreciating the simple joy that these melodies can bring. Stripped of the heavy production in the studio disguise, staring deeply into your illuminated, mesmerizing eyes. Let the unamplified vibration resonate inside the chest, finding our ultimate sanctuary and a peaceful place to rest. Electricity is completely unnecessary when the soul is bright. We are capturing the pure essence of the starry night. Let the organic frequencies heal the complicated mind, leaving the highly manufactured artificial world behind. Strum the chord, hum the tune, sing it loud to the moon. Acoustic flame burning warmly in the center of the ring, appreciating the simple joy that these melodies can bring. Stripped of the heavy production in the studio disguise, staring deeply into your illuminated, mesmerizing eyes. Let the unamplified vibration resonate inside the chest, finding our ultimate sanctuary gently above the magnificent pink polyps. Fascinated by the symbiotic, delicate marine relationships. Observing the anemone swaying perfectly in the shallow tide, where the tiny neon-colored clownfish playfully hide. Filtering the pure sunlight through the turquoise clear bay, preserving this ecological masterpiece in every possible way. Guarding the fragile calcium structures from the anchor's drop, ensuring the destructive, careless human interference will stop. Swimming effortlessly alongside the graceful ancient sea turtle, jumping over every single environmental hazardous hurdle. Appreciating the stunning biodiversity of the living reef, finding immense therapeutic and undeniable emotional relief. Fins are gliding slow, watch the flora glow, protecting what we see. Perfect harmony, coral jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose. Embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like the spectacular living sponge, taking a simultaneous, completely dedicated romantic plunge. Documenting the incredibly rare spotted stingray passing by, reflecting the beautiful azure tint of the tropical sky. Nurturing the aquatic garden with the passionate, tender care, realizing that this spectacular ecosystem is phenomenally rare. Cleaning the microscopic debris from the branching, fragile arms, protecting the territory from all potential looming harms. Floating weightlessly within this magnificent, salty embrace, occupying a wonderfully vibrant, entirely magical space. Kelp forest dancing rhythmically to the ocean's gentle hum, listening to the remarkably subtle, natural underwater drum, translating the silent poetry of the diverse aquatic life, eradicating any unnecessary mainland terrestrial strife. Fins are gliding slow, watch the flora glow, protecting what we see. Perfect harmony, cold jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose. Embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like the spectacular living sponge, taking a simultaneous, completely dedicated romantic plunge. Shield this invaluable oceanic treasure. The beauty contained herein is entirely beyond human measure. If we nurture the environment, it will surely nurture us back, keeping this biological, magnificent wonderland perfectly on track. Dive deep, swim near, water clean, vision clear. Coral jewels sparkling vibrantly beneath the glassy surface, serving a highly important and ecologically vital purpose. Embracing the responsibility to keep the habitat pristine, witnessing the most spectacular, breathtaking underwater scene. Our love is deeply rooted like the spectacular living sponge, taking a simultaneous, completely dedicated romantic plunge. Protect the reef, love the sea, coral shines for you and me. Harmony seeds blowing across the heavily polluted intersection, finding the miraculous, unlikely space for pure perfection. Sprouting bravely through the cracks of the industrial pavement, defying the heavy machinery and the urban enslavement. Reaching upward toward the sliver of available sunlight, fighting a remarkably quiet, incredibly persistent fight.
Smog is choking the heavily congested metropolitan air, but this botanical miracle is growing entirely without despair. Pedestrians are stepping blindly over the vibrant yellow petal, a fragile organism surviving amidst the cold, rusted metal, drinking the oily contaminated runoff from the gutter, making the cynical hardened city dwellers quietly mutter. Roots push down under the town stem, stand straight, conquering fate. Concrete flower blooming miraculously in the rigid zone, proving that true beauty can absolutely grow from stone. Standing out brilliantly against the monotonous gray skyline, offering a profoundly inspiring, wonderfully biological sign. Resilience is woven directly into your microscopic cellular core, opening an impossible, previously locked natural door. Bulldozers threatening to flatten the developing delic belief, but your mere existence provides a monumental visual relief, vibrating gently whenever the subterranean subway trains pass. A tiny oasis of life consisting of a single blade of grass, ignoring the toxic fumes emitting from the exhaust pipe, waiting patiently until the exact moment is completely right. Monochrome landscapes desperately need your fluorescent hue, showing the neighborhood something incredibly fresh and new, surviving the harsh freezing fogs to the bitter midwinter, acting as a tiny yet incredibly powerful biological splinter. Nature will continuously find a clever, unconventional way, paving over the earth will only work for a temporary day. Your roots push down under the town stem, stand straight, conquering fate. Concrete flower blooming miraculously in the rigid zone, proving that true beauty can absolutely grow from stone. Standing out brilliantly against the monotonous gray skyline, offering a profoundly inspiring, wonderfully biological sign. Resilience is woven directly into your microscopic cellular core, opening an impossible, previously locked natural door. The earth, we are witnessing a quiet, incredibly spectacular rebirth. Even the harshest environment harbors a hidden, soft grace, occupying this extremely hostile, incredibly unlikely space. Push through, reach high, ignore the gray, touch the sky. Concrete flower blooming miraculously in the rigid zone, proving that true beauty can absolutely grow from stone. Standing out brilliantly against the monotonous gray skyline, offering a profoundly inspiring, wonderfully biological sign. Resilience is woven directly into your microscopic cellular core, opening an impossible, previously locked natural door.
the tinted windows on the coastal highway drive, feeling incredibly grateful simply to be breathing and alive. The July sunshine is melting on my heavy accumulated guilt, dismantling the tall defensive walls that I previously built, forgiving the past lovers who completely broke my fragile trust, leaving all the bitter resentment permanently in the roadside dust.
August heat is sweating out the incredibly toxic negative thought, realizing the phenomenally valuable lessons that my failures taught, watching the seagulls die spectacularly into the sparkling bay, knowing that my monumental mistakes are finally washed away.
Ice cubes are melting rapidly inside my tall, refreshing glass, watching the incredibly beautiful, optimistic scenery roll past. Solstice brings the heat, making life complete. Winter is erased, bitterness replaced. Summer redemption, clearing the slate under the blazing blue sky, refusing to spend another moment wondering exactly how or why, basking in the incredibly warm, phenomenally healing solar ray, letting the gentle coastal breeze completely blow the pain away. This Pacific season offers a spectacular, unmerited second chance, inviting my deeply scarred soul to a wonderfully joyful new dance.
Yo, parking the convertible directly up on the soft white sand, walking confidently forward without needing to hold a hand. The thermometer is rising, but my temper is completely cool, graduating successfully from the incredibly harsh societal school.
Sunflowers are turning their yellow faces toward the massive light. Everything that was previously wrong is finally feeling entirely right.
Applying the Susan aloe vera onto my previously burned skin, ready to let the next incredibly beautiful chapter finally begin. Taking a phenomenally deep, remarkably cleansing lung full of air, removing the incredibly heavy, unnecessary burdens I used to bear, laughing loudly at the incredibly silly things I used to deeply fear, recognizing that my emotional vision is now spectacularly clear. Solstice brings the heat, making life complete. Winter is erased, bitterness replaced. Summer redemption, clearing the slate under the blazing blue sky, refusing to spend another moment wondering exactly how or why, basking in the incredibly warm, phenomenally healing solar ray, letting the gentle coastal breeze completely blow the pain away. This Pacific season offers a spectacular, unmerited second chance, inviting my deeply scarred soul to a wonderfully joyful new dance. Seasons consistently changing, so do our incredibly complex minds, leaving the freezing, isolating, and punishing darkness far behind. Let the glorious equinox reset your entirely damaged, weary heart, granting you a spectacularly beautiful, remarkably fresh new start. Soak it in, feel the sun. Pain is over, life's begun.